Now, civil society organizations have criticized SEPLAT Energy PLC 12-month board of directors succession forward plan, calling it deceptive and designed for the continued tenure elongation of the board chairman Basil Omiyi and an independent non-executive director Charles Okal-Halam. Addressing press conference in Abuja, the executive director made a Make a Difference initiative, Lemi Ugegbe, accused Omiyi and Okal-Halam of refusing to retire from the board after 10 years, which is contrary to the 9-year term limit provided by the Good Governance Code. The CSOs alleged that this refusal was responsible for the crisis currently bedeviling the company.
The announcement made by Omiyi and Okal-Halam about extending their tenure till sometime around May 2024 is of grave concern, because we had raised alarm about the fact of their continued sit-tight approach in violation of the Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance, which stipulates that directors and people at their level should have only 3 tenures of 3 years each. That means at most they are entitled to stay in office for just 9 years, based on the Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance. That is what the code says. But we note that both Omiyi and Okal-Halam have actually stayed already beyond 10 years, and they are trying to perpetuate themselves in office until sometime around May 2024. This is a complete breach of the laws that enable them to sit in office. They are staying one day beyond the 9 years of 3 terms of 3 years is illegal. It's against the statute. It's against the Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance. And they have already breached it. And they are, by their own announcement of 23rd of March, announcing that they desire to breach it further and stay about 12 years when the law stipulates that they should stay for only 9 years. It is unacceptable. Omiyi and Okal-Halam must go so that SEPLAT, whose share price has plummeted, can begin to embark on a path of recovery, and the Nigerian staff who are there can have a better bargain for themselves.
The CSOs also expressed a disappointment that SEPLAT's corporate announcement was silent on the issue of the company's CEO, Roger Brown, who they believe is also at the center of the crisis in the company.
We are all witnesses to the fact that a lot of foreign nationals come into Nigeria, set up companies with the full cooperation of Nigerians and the Nigerian government. Then they begin to treat Nigerians as slaves in their own fatherland. So it's important that we continue to put the pressure on the system to do the needful. Remember, about 2 weeks ago, SEPLAT on its own curiously issued a press statement saying that government had dropped the criminal charges against their management staff. Government has not disclosed that they have done that, but unfortunately it was SEPLAT who disclosed that, and all of it is a way of finding out to deceive the general public. We are aware that there is pressure being mounted locally and internationally on government to drop the charge, but we take this opportunity to also reiterate our previous call to government that for the first time in a very long time, government is standing tall to say enough is enough by these foreigners who infringe on our laws. Government is standing tall to protect its citizens from abuse in their places of work. And we are proud of that step being taken by government. And we urge them not to make the mistake of succumbing to the temptation, for whatever reason, to drop the charges that have been criminal charges that have been preferred against the CEO of SEPLAT Energy, Roger Brown, and of course, Basil Omiyi, the Chairman Board of Directors, and other members of the management staff who were charged alongside them.
They also urged SEPLAT Energy PLC to adhere to the corporate governance rules and regulations set out by the NCCG and the Good Governance Code.